Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Fridge. Oh man, messed up my swatches. Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for this video today. I'm excited to do this one because I'm going to be putting two motherships against each other. Well, kind of. So if you want to see what I think about Utopian Dream Mothership 9 versus Mothership 10 Moonlit Seduction, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. I had swatched out the palettes for a reel. I wasn't really doing it for the video, but I had thought about showing them, but yeah, that ship has now sailed. So I am really excited to do this video, as I was saying, because two motherships have released since I've done a mothership ranking. Now, I've only done one Pat McGrath mothership ranking video, and I will link it in the description box. I do not plan on watching that before I re-rank the palettes again. And I want to do this because I love Pat McGrath, and I want to see how I'm feeling just about my eyeshadow taste, about her palettes, and just kind of see what I'm using in my life and what I am gravitating towards, and that can change at any time. Let me backtrack to 2021 when Mothership 9 came out, which is the Utopian Dream, formerly known as Utopian Scheme. I know, y'all, I have probably talked about this so many times on my channel if you've been with me, so I'm gonna spare you the whole rant. But if you are a Pat McGrath fan, you know how her promo is, and it's very exciting. We're so happy to see the inspo. Sometimes we wait for a significant amount of time before whatever she's releasing is revealed, which was the case with the Utopian Dream. I feel like it was a month. It may not have been a month, but it felt like a month. There was a lot of colorful inspiration. You can see that this packaging is more colorful than her other motherships up, you know, to this point when this was released. It was those ponies. That pony inspo, I was like, this is gonna be a rainbow mothership, a Pat McGrath rainbow, you know, and I was really excited. And I will never forget the letdown that I felt when I saw the Utopian Dream. My heart was just in pieces. I know that sounds dramatic, but it really, I feel like I was sad for the whole day, and I'm not exaggerating. And I think some of you can probably relate. Now, let's fast forward to 2022. Where we have the release of Mothership 10, which just came out. The inspo was a couple of days, really. It wasn't even a week. We have been seeing inspo, but by the time it caught momentum, I feel like I saw the post where she said all will be revealed, and it was on a Friday, and we knew what it was, whatever. Thought the reveal wasn't the real reveal. I thought it was an older palette, but I wasn't as let down because the inspo really did match, I think, this Mothership 10. I did do a review on this, and I did do a comparison video on this, so there's two videos on this. I'm not going to be using this palette today or really doing too much with the palette except comparing it. But the reason that I am pitting these two against each other, as I said, one is that I need to figure out where these two babies are going to go in the ranking. Where do they belong? Right now, I really thought I had an idea, but I'm not so sure anymore. The second reason that I really wanted to bring out Utopian Dream is because I will be honest with you, I never really gave this palette a chance. I know I used it in one video. I don't think I really did a full review. I was just using it because I had it. I did not buy this palette at launch. I ended up buying this palette on Mercari, and I had a balance. I don't recall watching any reviews on it or anything. And about a week ago, I decided to look up some reviews, and I ended up watching Mel Thompson, who, you know, is like my all-time favorite YouTuber. I didn't even watch her review at the time. And I was like, damn, I wish I would have watched it, because I might have felt differently about the palette. But she had on this beautiful, like purple, blue, pink blazer. I mean, it definitely matched this whole palette. And you know, she could make anything look fantastic. Who is calling me? Oh, it's August. Hold on.
Oh, yes.
Hi, August.
Wait, what? I thought you were working.
I did go to work. I did. This boy done set up all kinds of plans for himself this week, so he's having a great time. Anyway, I thought this would be a great opportunity to look at both of these and compare them. I don't remember what I was saying, so let's go ahead and let's just take a look. Now, last thing. I am going to try my best. I'm going to judge Utopian Dream today solely on Utopian Dream. I'm not going to compare it to Divine Rose 2, Divine Rose 1. I am not going to talk about the promo. What I would like to do is just look at this palette at face value and decide how do I feel. This palette, remember, is an artistry palette. The palette is designed to be for more than just the eyes. And you know, you can do that with any palette. But because this palette says that, you know, I would like to do that. Whereas our other palette is an eyeshadow palette. The Mothership X is an eyeshadow palette. I think I want to go ahead and re-swatch these. Let me just do that and come right back, because I think seeing the palette side by side for me is gonna help me decide on, you know, what color story I like the best. So give me 1 second. I'm back and I fixed up the swatches the best way that I could. So let me just talk to you, and I'll put the swatches up while I'm talking to you. All right, you guys, I'm back. I fixed up the swatches the best that I could. So let's jump in. All right, so along the top of my arm, you see we have the Moonlit Seduction Mothership X palette. And then along the bottom, we have Utopian Dream. I don't really see too many overlaps in this palette, aside from these a couple of the mauve colors. This one is a huge standout. This one is a big standout. That's Extreme Nocturne. But these four are pretty much in the same range. And depending on how you build them up or diffuse them, I think they can look similar on the eye. So I haven't really sat down and come up with the criteria for this ranking this year. I really don't know what I did last year. I don't know if I had any criteria. I might have just been going with how I feel, which is totally fine too. But this year, I think I want to look at some different kind of factors here. So one is definitely going to be the color story. So just upon initially looking at the palette, which palette am I going to gravitate to more? And I think another thing that I want to look at is variety. How much variety can I get out of the palette? Now the palette has 10 shades, and the variety thing is important, and the shades that are chosen are important because, as in Moonlit Seduction, if you have two mattes that are similar colors, most likely you're going to have a matte look unless you just don't use one of them. But given the fact that there are only 3 mattes in the palette, it's not really giving you a lot of variety. So I want to talk about that a little bit more. Now, performance-wise, me personally, I have not had an issue with any Mothership, and I think that they all perform the same. I think the quality is excellent. So I don't know if performance is going to be an issue. Color story and variety, those are for sure criteria. Let's just do 2 looks with Utopian Dream today. And I'm going to let you know at the end what I'm thinking about where this is going to be placed. I would say right now in relation to Moonlit Seduction. And I am really excited about this. All right, I'm back and I'm ready to go. Now, everything that I have on is Pat McGrath, except for a couple of things. I have on the Natasha Denona Hydrating Primer. I have on the Chanel Sun Kiss Bronzer XL in the medium shade, which is Sun Kiss. And then my eyeshadow primer is Urban Decay Primer Potion. Everything else is Pat McGrath. Foundation, concealer, under eye powder. And the lip gloss I have on is the Lush Gloss in Bronze Temptation. This is from one of her mini trio sets. So let's get started, y'all. Y'all know I gave Utopian Dream a hard time. Y'all know that. But seeing it next to Moonlit Seduction is honestly making me feel a little bit different about the palette. And I'm just like, Cara, I can't. Let's go into Shockwave, y'all. So Shockwave is this standout shade here, which I think, look, I didn't even take the mirror off this palette. That's sad. I think Shockwave could be a blush, and it's gonna be a beautiful transition shade. It is very bright, but I think you could tone it down if you want to. Now, the brush that I'm using is by Bristles Beauty, and this is the EO1 DL brush. So it is a very fluffy, tapered blending brush. So while I'm doing this, let me tell y'all. In one of my videos, I mentioned that I got stung by a wasp. And this was last Friday. So by the following Friday, I just thought I should have been on the up and up. And I just was not. And I just started to just overall feel bad. So I ended up having to get a steroid and an antibiotic. And now I'm really nauseous. I did take it correctly, but I'm hoping to have somewhat of a distraction from this nausea with this video. But I cannot, like, my leg was hard, it was hot, and it was dark. It just was not right. So I'm really thankful, like, my doctor, I was able to get in touch with him on Saturday, because if I had waited until today, it would have been a hot mess. It was so stiff, y'all. I just had to tell y'all that, because I know I mentioned getting stung by the wasp. The wasps are living in the fence, but we can't see exactly where the wasps are coming from within the fence. So I don't know, we try to look at sundown. We may try to look during sundown again, but it's too much, honey. These wasps doing the most. Okay, look at that, y'all. This is so pretty. I was gonna do one on each eye, but now it's like I kind of want to do full looks. Let's do full looks, y'all. Why not? I ain't got no job. I mean, I have a job, but you know what I mean. I'm not going right now. I do have stuff to do, but it's hot. Like, I've been out pulling weeds. I pulled weeds all yesterday, and now it is like so hot. So I might go out later. And you can see I have like a lot of natural light coming in today. I may go out later and deal with the weeds, but not right now, honey. It's too hot for that. And I'm nauseous, so I don't want to eat anything, so I might as well do this. See, in my heart of hearts, I don't want to eat my words on this palette, but this is a gorgeous color, y'all. Let me back up just a taste. Okay, what do we want to do next? What are we gonna do? Okay, let's let this look be more dramatic, I would say. And then the next look, maybe we'll tone it down a taste. That's the ticket. Let's go into a shimmer. I think we want to do Cosmic Bloom. And I'm just gonna take my finger and put it kind of on the middle part of the lid. That's pretty though. Oh. See, I can never be mad. Like, once I put the look on, I'm like, okay, this is really pretty. And then I want to go into Astral Amethyst Moon. And I'm just going to take my finger again and put this. Oh no, look at, this is too much. This is too. Only want a hint of it at the front. I can't do this. So let me say this. As disappointed as I was with this palette, I won't rank this one last. There's just no way, because I'm paying attention to my reaction. No way this palette's gonna come in 10th place at all. Okay, let's go into Extreme Plum Noir with the Bristles Beauty brush, and just give us a little bit of depth on the outer corner. Like I said, I'm not saying this look is dramatic, but I'm gonna wanted to use the bright colors in this one. And I think this is good. Let's put it there like that. And I think I'm even gonna go into Shockwave for the lower lash line. Yes. I'm using a What's Up Beauty R106 brush right underneath the lower lash line. And for the inner corner, let's go into Astral Venetian Orchid, which is this one here on a BH Cosmetics pencil brush. Oh, I know another category for the motherships, the special shades. How much do I like the special shades? So we said Color Story. I mean, Color Story and special shades probably go hand in hand, but I'm just saying. Color Story, Variety, and special shades is what I said. Do have some fallout. I'm not mad. Do we want to go ahead with the Skin Show? I think we do. Skin Show Nude Ecstasy. Oh, these names. On the brow bone. All right, there's the look. I'm gonna finish this up. I'll be back to let you know what I think about look number 1. Okay, I'm back. Final look, I added a brown liner and their Real mascara from Benefit Cosmetics. Here is the final look. I know I'm mad, right? Okay, love this look. I'm thinking about this palette on its own. Like, this looks so pretty. And what I want to do, let me grab a blush brush. Hold on. Let's take our friend Shockwave and see how that looks as a blush. Now remember, this is our bold look. So let's do it. I'm trying to go easy with this because I want it to be bold, but I like wearable, how I wear my blush. Oh yes. That looks gorgeous. Okay. All right, so here is Shockwave as a blush. I think it looks great. Okay. So we're gonna still do another look, but because we're gonna do a fair thing here. But when I think about already the fact that there's a blush shade in here for me, I love that. I think that these are gonna be possibly could be a blush shade in here. Gotta be careful. I would have to be careful trying to use this as a blush, whereas this one, I feel like Shockwave really just makes a very easy blush, and it's not looking like real out of control or real bright. I think it looks real summery. Utopian Dream right now I think may have a leg up on Moonlit Seduction, but I do want to do another look again, like just so we can see if this palette has more variety than Mothership 10. All right, you guys, we're back for look number two with Utopian Dream. Okay, I'm excited now. So let us now venture into Secret Eden. Same Bristles Beauty brush. Secret Eden is right there. And this is gonna try to be a little more toned down. Now see, here's the thing about these mattes. These 3 mattes in Utopian Dream are completely different, whereas Plum Cabaret and Rosewood Romantique can look the same. You cannot build up Secret Eden to look like Shockwave. It's not gonna happen at all. You cannot lessen Shockwave to look like Secret Eden. You can lessen it, but it's not gonna look like Secret Eden. Utopian might have a bit of a leg up in the variety category. Now, color story wise, I have to think, and I do know the answer to this. Do I like warm or cool better? The answer is warm. So we may have our answer already, y'all, but we're gonna go through and finish the look. Okay, but that's so pretty. I have to go into Blitz Sex Dream. Now, you may say that that's not really a toned down look, but to me, Blitz Sex Dream is a toned down VR Sextraterrestrial from Divine Rose 2. And the color flip is not as drastic. You still kind of have, it's I'm trying to figure out what's different about this. I mean, the green was more green and that the fuchsia type shade was more. So to me, this flip is just not as evident. And I think it is a great wearable, whatever that means to you, duochrome. I think that if you don't like Blitz Sex Dream, you could always go with the other metallic, which is Bronze Desire, which I will show in a second. But for me, it's like, why go with Bronze Desire when you got Blitz Sex Dream? This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I mean, definitely different, but let's see, Bronze Desire, Blitz Sex Dream. So what I'm saying is you could do the same look and just swap out one for the other. So like right here, that's a look in itself, but I am gonna go back into the deeper shade, which is Extreme Plum Noir, and let's put this on the outer corner again. So we really, you know, Pat McGrath in all her motherships only has like one deep matte, so that's gonna be my smoke shade probably in every look, but that's nothing new when it comes to the motherships. This is the same thing I did with the other look, and you know, I'm fine with that. I'm just grabbing something a little more dense. This is the Sonia G Jumbo blender. It's got a little more density to it where I can just blend out that extreme shade a little more. Okay, now I'm gonna go back into Secret Eden with the What's Up Beauty brush from last time. The little remnants of Shockwave on there, but it's not gonna go on my eyes. I'm just gonna put this underneath the lower lash line, just like that. And then see, now this in a way reminds me of something that you can get from Divine Rose 2 and Divine Rose 1 in a way. See, I always said Utopian Dream was like Divine Rose 1 and Divine Rose 2 came together and had a little Divine Rose 3. Let's go into the Skin Show shade Nude Ecstasy, which is this one here. And I have this BK Beauty 207 brush. I did use this in the last look. I don't think I mentioned it. And let's just place it right here as the inner corner, because this is the more toned down look. And I think that looks beautiful. This looks like a little moonlit glow right here. And I'm not gonna do the brow bone highlight this time. Let us take my blush brush again. And if I didn't mention this one, this is the BK Beauty 104. Let's go into Secret Eden this time. And let's just put it right on top. I don't know if we're gonna see it, but I was gonna say that if Shockwave was too much, you could combine it with Secret Eden and tone it down. I'm not sure if you can see it at all, but I think this will make a beautiful blush shade, but it's not gonna be for every skin tone. This, I think it's gonna be a bit muted, but I can kind of see it there. Okay, that's starting to look wild. So, but I can definitely see it on my complexion. That's actually, can y'all see it right there? There it is. I'm just doing that till y'all can see it. Wouldn't wear it like that. That's a little more pigmented than I thought, actually. All right, so this is a little heavy for blush, but you know, we're just trying to see what this can do. Now we're gonna go into, damn, I keep mixing up these names. It's the Skin Tint shade, and I did this with the Moonlit palette, but you know, you can use this as a highlight. Look at that. Very nice, very nice. I never thought of using this as a highlight, y'all. Yes, okay. All right, let me finish this look. And oh, the other thing is, like, so this is kind of toned down, but then you can always take the other special shade and just pop it on top. Because to me, you really can't see the shift. You can see it like here, but Blitz Extreme is definitely perfect for that person who wants a little duochrome without having a duochrome. But I think that you could use what's this one, Astral Venetian Orchid on top. You could use this one here. This is Bronze Solaris 005 would look great with this look. I mean, either one, y'all. All right, so now I'm gonna finish the look and come back and wrap this up. All right, you guys, I'm back. I put the same things on my eyes to finish up this look as the first look. So let's just take a look here at look number 2. Got the blush, got the highlights. Let me know what you're thinking. Okay, so let me just go with my little 3 criteria for right now. Color story, we have Moonlit Seduction. It's very cool. We have Utopian Dream. I am gonna go with Utopian Dream on color story. I think if I had to pick one, I would prefer the warm palette over the cool palette. Although I do really like some of these shades in here. One of my favorites, I think, is Platinum Dusk. I think this is just such a beautiful antique-y type shade, but it doesn't overpower the fact that I like the Utopian Dream color story much more. When it comes to palette variety, I have to go with Utopian Dream again, mainly because, as I was saying earlier, these 3 mattes are really different. And if I wanted to, I could diffuse this out and make this a transition shade. And I was really hoping to have a shade like this in Moonlit Seduction. It would just change the trajectory of the looks, I think. In Moonlit Seduction, I was showing you how Plum Cabaret and Rose Romantique are almost identical on the eye. And when you build them up, I mean, you can really, really make them look the same. When you diffuse them out, yes, one is more plum and one is more rose, but I don't think the difference is super noticeable to me. All right, and then the last thing that I wanted to look at are the special shades. So let's just swatch them first. I'm just gonna do one on one hand, one on the other. Let's start with Utopian Dream. And there are the 4 special shades. Love the texture of VR Sex Dream. That is one of my, oh, I'm sorry, Blitz Sex Dream. You know what? That's what I'm talking about with the VR and the Blitz. I thought they were a formula, but now I feel like they're not. Because this is almost, to me, it's the same formula as the VR Sextraterrestrial. I love the subtle duochrome action that you get with Blitz Sextreme, because I've heard some people say that VR Sextraterrestrial makes their eyes look muddy or dirty. You're not going to get that with Blitz Sextreme. It might be lackluster in the duochrome department if you are somebody who has like Cleona shades and things like that. It just may be a bit lackluster for you though. And I can understand that because I have a lot of those. All right, let's go ahead and look at these special shades in Moonlit Seduction up close and personal. All right, so here they are side by side. It's not the greatest of swatches. Now, what I'm gonna say looking at these 2 side by side is even in the special shades, the Utopian Dream special shades, they're different from one another. Whereas the ones in here, like, don't get me wrong, which one is this? I think that's VR Sextasy. These names, y'all. VR Sextasy is definitely special, but I'm just saying, looking at the other 3, they're almost just like, not just, but they're almost very neutrally. Now, this does give you that moonlit type vibe, but I almost wish like the Lilac Aura shade, I kind of wish it had more lilac. It doesn't have to be like this. But from here, I don't know how lilac is going to appear. I did use it as a topper, but I have not used it on its own. And then I think this one right here, the Rose Quartz one, I think it's just okay. I don't think it's, I'm sorry, Blitz Venus, I'm making up my own names. Blitz Venus, I think it's just okay. It's not like a wow special shade to me. And honestly, neither is the gold, but I am happy it's not a yellow gold. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Astral Gold Lust is this one. I do prefer the bronze Solaris in Utopian Dream. So when it comes to the special shades, I think Utopian Dream wins out. I really do like this shade, but because I have some indie singles that are very, very close, and I have those swatched in my last Pat McGrath video on this palette, this is not, I don't want to say it's not something that's special, because it is, and it looks really beautiful on your eyes, but Utopian Dream is going to be the winner, y'all. I can't believe I'm saying that. I don't know where Utopian Dream is going to fall in the overall ranking. So I do have some more palettes to kind of compare to each other. Let me know if you want to see my thought process through all this. I didn't plan to film this, but it just came to my mind because I do want to rank them, and I've had some people ask me like, how would I rank the motherships? And the only video I have, as I said, is the older one. My taste has changed in 2 years, you know. Or let me know if you want to see my thought process with these palettes, because I almost think that I need to use them all again before I can really rank them. I know which ones are kind of up there, but I don't know which's going to be first or second or third anymore. But I know Utopian Dream is not going to be last, which is really funny. You know, so I'm kind of glad that I gave this palette a chance and used it on its own without comparing it to anything else. It really is a beautiful palette. And I mean, for any brand, not just Pat McGrath, I'm not always going to be a fan of what is released. That goes for Natasha Denona. That goes for any brand that I have a lot of palettes from. But regardless of that, I think all Pat McGrath's palettes are beautiful. I don't want to give them away. I don't feel like I wish I hadn't gotten it. Kind of felt like that with the Bridgerton though, the second one though. I did feel like that. Maybe I need to bring that out too. I don't know. But the motherships for sure. Like I definitely want to continue collecting the motherships. As far as everything else, I feel okay like picking and choosing, but I do really enjoy these motherships. They feel really luxurious, and I don't know, I really vibe with the Pat McGrath eyeshadows, and I think every single look that I make looks good, and that's just me. And I'm sure you all can relate to that about your brand, whichever brand that is. Like whatever you come up with, there's certain brands, whatever I come up with, it's like, I love it. I feel like that about Melt, except with that last palette. That last palette is really, that's something I got to dive into to figure out what's wrong with me in that palette. But like my Natasha Denona palettes, my Unearthly Cosmetics palettes, any brand that I just vibe with like that, I feel like the looks, they just look, I don't know, extra special to me. So that's going to be it for this video and this ranking. And I have to figure out, I think I need to put, I'm going to tell you what I need to do. I think I need to put Moonlit Seduction up against Divine Rose next, because these are the palettes that are going to be a bit tough. And then I almost need to put Divine Rose 2 up against Utopian Dream. So those might be the ones that I need to go with next. So, but that's it for this one. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for this video today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.